Of course. Yes, did that.
Well, Miss Hilton got Miss Hilton just got married. Did you know this? Paris just got married.
Oh, did she actually get? I thought she was engaged.
She was, but as of like now, she's married. It just
When
happened.
did that happen?
I believe it happened today or yesterday. Honestly,
it's so funny, and I know the guy Carter.
You do?
Yeah. No, no, I've known him for a long time.
And do you put your stamp of approval on this?
I mean, okay. So, when you have a baby, she wanted to have a baby, right? And the baby floats in what's called amniotic fluid, right? Right. So in Paris's case, will it just float in semen in the womb? Like, I don't I don't understand.
What do you mean? Now you've lost me.
So there's amniotic fluid that supports the fetus, right? And will Paris just have semen like in there? I don't know. I'm just making fun of her.
Does that mean that you
promiscuity? I'm making a joke towards promiscuity.
Does that mean that you do not support this marriage?
Hey, I mean, will it work? No way in hell. That's the craziest woman I've ever dated. Ever.
Really?
There's no way. Yes. She's out of her mind. 100%.
How so?
She's out of her mind. When I broke up with Paris Hilton, she told me that I couldn't break up with her because she was Paris Hilton. I swear to God, I had to call the security and then she started beating me. And then because she was drunk, and then I had Nikki staying in my room and Nicole Richie staying in my room, and I'm like, look, Nikki, I'm gonna kick your sister out of the room right now, and if she hits me again, I'm calling the security, and I'm gonna have my security take her out, and so ended up she hit me again, Paris, and then I had to have my security take her out in the hallway, and then somehow she got back in the part where all the private suites were. And she starts beating down the door all night. You can't break up with me. All right, Paris Hilton, you can't break up with me. Like, she's crazy. She's just nuts. She got me arrested in the Bahamas because she went crazy and started hitting me there. I mean, I look, I don't see anything working out with her ever. Wow. But I wish them the best. I wish them the best of luck. But come on, it's Paris Hilton. There's no way. There's no way. Like, people don't change, I mean, I dated her for years. I know her very well, and like, like, would I want it to work out? Yeah, but no guy is going to put up with that. No person will put up with that. No way. Paris Hilton is a nightmare. She is crazy.
What else did she do with you when you dated her that was so crazy?
What better question? What didn't she do that wasn't crazy? I mean, she's out of her mind. I mean, she's really out of her mind. But it's constant. Like, she constantly lives in this world. Like, it's. I mean, she's just a piece of work. But yeah, I mean, like, I know the guy. Like, the guy's dream is to date a celebrity, right? He's a normal guy, a nice enough guy. I don't have any I don't know what he does, but there's no way he can't handle her. There's no way, there's no way he can handle her. So, and I think it's just for her show anyways. I don't even know if it's real or whatever. She does a baby thing and a whole thing. It's all with Paris anyways, and Kathy, that's all fake. Whatever comes out of their mouth or their whatever life is just fake. So, I mean, it's contrived. Every single thing she does is contrived between Kathy and her. And Kathy saying, "Oh, let's do this and let's do that." I mean, I've known Paris since she was 17. So, didn't date her till she was probably 19 or 20, till she was about 22. So, I mean, what is she, 40 now? How old is she? I don't even know.
I think probably around there. Maybe it's possible she mellowed out. I mean, don't people change? Isn't that possible?
I mean, I saw her like a year ago at a nightclub these things, or 2 years ago, something like that. Maybe, yeah, pre-COVID. It was right before the whole pandemic. Um, I would love to think that people change, David. I really would. I really would. And I would really wish them the best because, like, I would. Um, but that's going to be an interesting one to watch. We'll have to have me back on the show when that goes down. it'll be crazier. It'll be crazier than my divorce.
We will time stamp this and just you predicted it. So you're just okay. So
100%.
You just don't think it's gonna work. Odds?
Oh, I don't think. No, I know. I was there. I ate at that restaurant for a while.
And out of all the girls you dated, this Paris was the like just craziest, according to you?
Well, my ex is up there. But like Paris is a piece of work. Like, I mean, on all levels. Like there's just I mean, come on, I'm not the only one. I mean, Paris is, if you take Mario and me and put them together, Paris has covered more ground than both of us. Paris has more experience.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
What about your other ex-girlfriend, Miss Kourtney Kardashian?
I love Kourtney Kardashian. Yeah. Kourtney and I dated long after Paris, more in still in the 20s, I guess, but so yeah, Kourtney's an amazing girl, and they didn't have the show, and I did what I could to help them get started, and yeah, and then I ended up introducing Kourtney to Scott. How Scott and Kourtney met is Scott and Kourtney Scott was a friend of mine and Kourtney was a separate friend of mine, and then I brought them on a trip. And then I needed to get rid of Kourtney one night. And that was Scott's job at the time. to do what I needed him to do.
Does Kris Jenner hold this against you?
In a joking way, at God's 30th, she gave a speech and she held it against me. And she said, and in a joke, Kris is like, and we have Joe to blame for all of this. And she sort of means it half, because like in the first, she hated Scott. And I mean, for a lot of reasons, like Scott doesn't have a job. He never had a job. And it's like, Kourtney could have done so much better. And I hope she's happy now with this guy. Like that would be wonderful. But Scott was never the right person for her. And for me, it just wasn't the right time. I was too young. To want to settle down.
Is Kourtney the one that got away for you?
I don't think there's not one girl in my life. There's not one that got away, because if anything happened differently, I wouldn't have the same children I have now. And I wouldn't be as happy as I am now. There was nothing that got away. It's a long life.
That's true. Do you stay up at night thinking that, I mean, okay, no one got away, but do you stay up at night thinking, Kathy Hilton or Kris Jenner could have been your mother-in-law?
No, I was up at night thinking, when I was dating Paris Hilton, oh my God, Kathy Hilton could be my mother-in-law. I was gonna thinking about how to get the fuck out of this. How do I get? Because Kathy Hilton is psychotic. Like she would leave endless messages for Paris. Craziness. Like, why Paris is crazy if you listen to her mom. And Paris is like 20. I remember we were in Sardinia one time, and her mom leaves these messages. And the the cell phone company cuts you off after like 4 minutes or whatever. People who leave those long messages, you're like, fuck, how do you have this much time to talk this much?
I haven't had one of those in a long time.
Yeah. Well, yeah, this is 20 years ago, right?
Yeah.
But then Kathy would call and then would end. And then it would start another one. And it would just be like, well, Paris, you need to date a really rich guy from a name family. I mean, look, Kathy Hilton is a gold digger from the valley. Honestly, like that's who she is, and that's who she raised her daughters to be. Like, you know, like to marry a Hilton, a name. You know what I'm saying? Like that was her goal in life, and that's what she made Paris and Nikki's goal in life. She raised two daughters in her image. You know, that was, you know, and unfortunately, Rick didn't really get any money. You know, but he had a name, the Hilton name, and she's leveraging that name in order to